Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another Minecraft discussion. Today, my name is Kimberly Quinn in the deep woods once again with the bugs. Still well worth it, I'm telling you. It's a price you gotta pay for summer. Just have to smack at them once in a while, but I'm totally in, as they say. So today, that series ended with 3, the Kryptonite series, and then I was sort of inspired to do a 4th because it's actually right on the earlier part of this woods trail, and I got thinking how important it is once we're aware of our kryptonite, once we figure it out, aware, right? Then we learn to talk back to it, and then we learn to coexist with it, which is how we theoretically conquer it, even though it's still there, you know, kind of like a splinter, I guess, that keeps us aware, right? And then I came up with this, or actually it came to me, let's say it the right way, since I really don't want to take credit for any of it, it kind of just shows up in my head. How important it is to be, once we're aware of our own kryptonite, to realize and be aware that other people have their kryptonite too. So in case you don't know what kryptonite is, ouch, I would think that most people do, but if not, if you want to check out one of the Superman movies, I'm a big fan. I kind of like the old ones, but they're all good. I like the new ones too, they're all good. Anyway, kryptonite, of course, is, you know, what, that one thing, with Superman, it's like icicle-looking things, right? That one thing that can disengage, disable, or we perceive it that way, our superpowers. The deer flies ready to lift me off the ground, so I'm sorry if I'm moving around a little bit. I seem to like my knuckles. That can disengage our superpowers, so wherever your superpowers are, you know, for all of us, they're love and kindness and resilience, no matter what. We've all got that in us, all of us. And then we've got individual superpowers. It might be creative, might be, you know, good with whatever, you know, good with people, whatever, good with different things. But the love and kindness and resilience, compassion, those are ubiquitous, universal, same thing, I guess, superpowers. And our kryptonite can really prevent us from being our best selves. And then also to be able to engage with our own personal superpowers, which one of mine is definitely creativity. And when we are in a place where our kryptonite has gotten the best of us, we're just not able to do any of that stuff. You know, the universal superpowers or our individual superpowers. And so it's really important when people, like that story I shared with you during their series about my at the workplace, where a person who I'd known for years is a really good person had a not so good, you know, couple of months there with some things that he said to me with the intention of knowing it would hurt me. And then I was like, wow. And if that had been somebody I didn't know for as long, I might have just backed up right away. I don't know. But I knew it was out of character, though that didn't prevent it from hurting me, especially since the intention was to hurt me, you know. And so when, you know, as we know, hurt people. And you know, I have no idea what was going on in his life, still don't, and that's okay. Since then, I haven't seen him in a really long time. But after that, it was really good. You know, we had several talks, and it's all fine. And where I'm going with this is Krypto-empathy. It's very important because we cannot do what we do not know, and we cannot give what we do not have. Okay, so this is why, one of the reasons it's important to be self-aware in general, but to know what your kryptonite is, because only then, when we become aware of and sensitive to our own kryptonite, cutting ourselves some slack, knowing, like, what they would say nowadays is, you know your triggers. Well, it's much cooler to say know your kryptonite. Trigger is so overused. I mean, it's still true and valid and all that, but it's overused. Now, you say know your kryptonite, it's just like your cool level goes up a lot higher, you know what I'm saying? So, but only then can we get it that, I'm not saying it gives the person a pass. It does not give them a pass to hurt you, be snarky, or actually even be mean. It doesn't give them a pass at all, and they need to be called out on it and take accountability. You know, that's just it. And then we need to move on. However, it can help us to understand why people do the things we do when we realize that just like we have kryptonite, and there's not a human being out there who does not have kryptonite. I don't care how self-aware you are. I don't care if you are a monk, and I love monks, especially after reading Jay Shetty's book. I'm trying to work on a monk mindset, actually. even monks who are like probably the most self-actualized, some of the most self-actualized people on the planet, probably would be the first to admit, because monks are all about admitting that, you know, knowing that they don't know kind of thing. So they've got kryptonite too. Everybody does. It's what makes us human, or part of what makes us human. You know, it's like the Achilles, of course, keeps us growing, keeps us humble. And so when we realize that and realize our own, and then cut ourselves some slack, you know, like I did after, I didn't at first. I did not at first. I was like, you know, I'm past this. I can't believe this is bothering me. I did all this. And of course, that's coming from an ego place. Like, what's the matter with me that I'm upset over this? I've already healed over this, and I have 97% of the time, or 97% of the way, right? But that was the universe giving me another quiz. It was humbling. Humbling is good. Humility is good. Humility is spiritually healthy. Humility takes the pressure off, because we don't have to have it all together all the time. We just don't. And, you know, to returning to that grain of sand, that a really big beach feeling, for me, it was comforting. And again, not right away, because I was upset. But when I started to come out of it, I'm like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you for that, for the lesson. Thank you for the quiz. Thank you for the humility. Thank you that I'm part of something bigger than myself, that I can reflect in this way and not take all the pressure on me. It's so good. So when we have that awareness and that divine connection too, it helps us to just at least understand other people. Again, we're not giving them a pass. We can understand, like for the person who said those things to me that were so out of character, that he had to have something going on. I still don't know, you know, because when people act like that, they're coming out of a broken place, an insecure place. It might even be jealousy or envy, or who knows? You don't need to know. You just need to know that they have kryptonite too, just like you do. And when we have that empathy, it really helps us. So I got to keep moving here, because actually, I mean, I like moving. I'm at my most relaxed when I'm moving, but I'm trying to keep one step ahead of the deer flies. Okay. So it just helps us when we understand our own kryptonite. It makes it just like with mindfulness. When we learn to be less judgmental of ourselves, part of the mindfulness practice, it's just a natural thing that when we learn to judge ourselves less, or be less judgmental, however you want to say it, we just naturally become less judgmental of others. It's just part of the process. We really don't even have to work at that part when we're working at not judging ourselves. Like, it kind of just happens. And so that's the same thing with krypto-empathy, because somebody else is also disabled, you know, has their superpowers, which are different than yours, other than the universal ones, right? But those get disabled too. When, you know, they are just as vulnerable to kryptonite as you are. And so that's what we're talking about. So having that krypto-empathy just really helps to manage life, and also to heal, you know, because again, it's that divine connection that we're really all in this together. We've all got, you know, some brokenness to us, and we're all healing, and that's just it. We're all in it together. All right, this is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the beautiful, buggy Northern Vermont. There's a little G. Have a mindful day.